The Greater Charleston YWCA is gearing up for its annual MLK celebration around the Charleston area. I sat down one-on-one with the director of the Greater Charleston YWCA, Lavanda Brown, for this edition of Quintin's Close-Ups. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube channel and download my free Quintin's Close-Ups app in your Apple or Google Play stores. Lavanda Brown, welcome back to Quintin's Close-Ups.
Well, thank you for having me back once again.
Oh, anytime. You're very welcome. Obviously, your office and your organization is getting ready for a big event.
Yes. We actually kicked off MLK on Sunday, the 12th, with our area worship services. So we had 5 area worship services all the way from Edisto to West Ashley, North Charleston. So we kicked off on the 12th, and we will end with the breakfast on the 22nd.
On the 22nd. And you know, what is it like to be you right now?
Well, you know what? It's exciting. It's exciting. One, I have the opportunity to do what my parents put in us, and that was to support the dream of Dr. King. So that's exciting. And then I also have the opportunity to work with so many community volunteers, so many churches and businesses to bring this event, and my staff and my board. It's a community-wide thing, and our staff and board has just really put in a lot of sweat, blood, and tears. And it is just exciting to be me right now.
I bet it is. 2020 MLK Celebration keynote speakers and theme announced. The 2020 MLK Celebration. How does the Greater Charleston YWCA support the dream of MLK in 2020?
Well, we are still doing programming around our mission, which is eliminating racism and empowering women. We know that Dr. King fought for equality for all people.
Sure.
So one of the things that we love about the parade is that is an opportunity for everyone to come out and celebrate. We have our Jewish brothers and sisters, the LGBTQ community is there. Our white brothers and sisters are there. So many of the African-American churches and funeral homes and law firms. And it's an opportunity to show off just how fantastic the people of this community are, and that we're all willing to march together to celebrate Dr. King. So we are continuing to do Dr. King's work with our programming, such as the Racial Equity Institute, our Y Girls Code, and we're continuing to do things like honor women with the What Women Bring. And of course, this 10-day celebration is kind of the icing on the big old beautiful cake.
On the cake. I know that there was a sign on the door that says, "Hey, don't come in here. We are discussing this parade right now." Now that you have discussed this meeting, what exactly will we see on the parade route on Monday?
Oh, wow. So the first thing you're going to see on the parade route is you're going to see our parade marshal, which is Chief Reggie Burgess of the North Charleston Police Department. And he has an exciting life right now. What is it like to be him? So that you're going to see that. You're going to see lots of our, elected officials. So that's how we're going to start off. Of course, we'll have the Paris Island Band. Yeah. And then following that, from the YWCA float all the way to the end, you're going to see everything that this community is made up of. The children, the cheerleading groups and the football teams, the youth empowerment programs, the kings and queens of everything that a lot of the churches put on. And you're going to see lots of churches and funeral homes, bands. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting.
Very much. And I'm excited to see my alma mater, Burke High School, there.
Oh, well, they're going to be there and they're going to be doing their thing. So we are excited to see that.
Excited to see that. Exactly right. When they march down the streets of Charleston, what do you hope the supporters and the spectators take away from this parade?
Yes. So I hope that the spectators, which the streets are lined, this parade typically draws so many people, very few empty spots along the route. I hope what people have an opportunity to do is, one, stand side by side with someone that looks different than they do. Again, this parade brings everyone out. So we hope that they'll walk away with the sense of, we're not all so different after all. We're very much the same, and we have very many similarities, and the differences that we have, we can celebrate them. They don't have to ostracize us. We can celebrate the differences. We can celebrate the way different people worship, the way different people enjoy their music, and we can celebrate the way that people look and speak differently. It's not a melting pot. It's like a good old salad.
Yeah, that's right.
We can enjoy all the bits and pieces of it.
That's right.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to eating my salad.
That's
with you.
right.
And speaking of speak, let me go back to your press release that you sent out to all the media recently. You said this: 2020 MLK celebration keynote speakers and deemed announced. Charleston's 10-day Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. celebration, the largest and longest running event of its kind in South Carolina, will be headlined this month by Sheila C. Johnson, founder and CEO of global hospitality firm Salamander Hotels and Resorts, and of course Bishop Murray McKenzie, presiding prelate of the 10th Episcopal District of African Methodist Episcopal AME Church.
Yes.
Why Sheila Johnson? Why Bishop McKenzie? Why now?
Well, I really like the fact that we have two powerful women speaking at these events.
Sure.
This year marks 100 years that women have been were granted the voting rights. So we had, for me, this feels, and my board chair said, this is the year of the woman. This is the year of the woman. This is our year. This is our time. So I feel that having someone with the level of success that Sheila Johnson has had and still stay true to her roots,
Sure.
it is important to hear what she has to say, not only as a woman, but as a woman of color.
Right.
And I think that Bishop Vashti McKenzie, oh my gosh, what a powerhouse. And I would encourage your viewers, if you have not heard, please come out.
Sure.
Or Google her.
Yeah.
Because you want to hear what she has to say. And this is a woman of faith who is a powerful speaker and has a powerful message and has traveled the world and has seen so many things. So I think it's important to hear what these women have to say.
Have to say.
Yes.
I know. Oh, someone's calling me on the phone.
You're popular.
But going back to obviously, the scheduled events, what else can we expect from the YWCA right now as we sit here?
Yeah, so we're actually right now, while we're finishing up the MLK planning, we are starting our planning for what women bring. We are in the process of looking for 10 or more women representing different industries that we can celebrate and highlight in May of 2020. We are looking for sponsors, of course, to help come out and celebrate with us. But we really are looking for businesses to nominate women who are expressing themselves and doing the things of empowering, the other part of our mission of empowering women, and also that are working towards the elimination of discrimination for anyone. So we're definitely doing that, and we're continuing to expand. We're expanding our Y Girls Code program, so we're moving from 5 or 6 schools, and then we're going to be launching 5 community-based after-school programs for girls who code. And so we're looking to teach girls not only that skill that they can earn a livable wage with or without a college degree, because we know that technology is a field where they can earn high wages, but the program really focuses on instilling in them the confidence that they are powerful and that they do have a voice to be heard. So beyond the technical skills, it's about really empowering them. So we're continuing to do the Racial Equity Institute. We have some great partners, including the North Charleston Police Department. So we have, and lots of nonprofits, the education community. So we're really looking to expand that program. We've gone from doing several a year to doing 1 or 2 a month in 2020. So we are, that program is expanding. So we're just going to continue doing what we do. And the staff is continuing to grow, but we're still a small team, but we're doing mighty work. And we feel very proud about it.
Oh, that's great to hear. How do you express yourself beyond being the executive director of YWCA, and where is your confidence now?
Where's my, my mother helped me with, I was not a very confident teenager. I was a very shy teenager. And so my mother really worked on helping instill that confidence. And for me, that confidence comes from understanding your history and understanding the women and the men that birthed you, that, where you come from, the stock that you come from. And I express myself, I have my downtime when I have that downtime, and I like all things ocean and lake. So if it's in or on the water, you can pretty much find me there. I enjoy that. And I have a 4-year-old grandson who gives me the most joy, more joy than I ever thought was even possible. Absolutely.
And obviously, let me fast forward to the Mlk Decremental Service, which will be held obviously Sunday, January 19th.
Yes.
And in honor of this new decade, you write this, the YWCA Greater Charleston will begin rotating this annual service to different houses of worship across the Tri-County region, that is, in order to reach more low-country residents.
Mm-hmm.
When you think of those different houses of worship, what do you think of?
Any house of worship. We are literally looking to expand we are a Tri-County YWCA. Yeah. So we are really looking to make sure that this celebration is inclusive of the entire community. Okay. So we started it in North Charleston. We just wanted to identify a couple of churches that would have the space. Sure. That we, we're hoping to draw a big crowd and have the parking that's convenient and be accessible, for all parts of the Tri-County. And so we're starting at Mount Moriah. Yes. And we're excited and honored that they've allowed us to, and they were, the first call and they said yes right away. So we were excited for that. And then, we'll continue to look at different houses of worship. But, again, Dr. King's dream is about the inclusiveness of our communities. And so we're not excluding anyone. Sure. Or any house of worship. Right. So yeah, we're very open. So.
And obviously, the big talker is the MLK Business and Professional Breakfast, which will basically end the 10-day tribute, and it'll be held obviously next week, Tuesday, at the Goodyear Center. Yes. And the feature, obviously, the speaker will be Sheila Johnson.
Yes.
And of course, Mayor John Tecklenburg is honorary chairman. When you're sitting inside the audience, what do you want to hear from those speakers?
I want to hear from them a call to action for those who are in the audience. That this is not just about celebrating. So our theme is the power is in you, advance the dream. So that in and of itself says you have it. Mm. You have it, I have it, everyone has it. Right. We have the power. Now we just have to use that power to advance the dream. The dream has still yet to be fulfilled. So we're in 2020. Right. We're, this celebration is 48 years long. Mm-hmm. We're 50 plus years past the assassination of Dr. Right. King. So we've still got work to do. And I'd like to see it come to fruition in my lifetime. Mm-hmm. My parents didn't live to see it come to fruition in theirs, but they marched and alongside Dr. King and did lots of sit-ins and were even arrested for the cause. So I would really like to see, I'd like for the world for my grandson to look different. Different. Yes.
What is the biggest difference between 48 years ago and right now when you think of the dream?
Well, that's a very good question. You're always good at that part.
Thank you. Thank you.
There are some differences and there are some similarities. I will say that when Dr. King was on the scene, he was a very prominent and a singular chosen leader. At this point, we have not that. We have lots of leaders who are doing lots of things. And I think the difference that I see is that we're still not totally on the same page. But I do think that that the dream and the mission that Dr. King fought for has spread, not just in our small communities, but all globally. And so I think we have lots of allies that are working to help support the work that we're doing. And I say we, not just YWCA, all of the organizations that are working towards social justice and racial equity. And that doesn't have to be a part of their mission. There's so many organizations that are doing it just as a part of what they do. So I think, there are some differences. There are some similarities. We definitely still have work to do. So I think that the similarity is that the dream has not become a reality as of yet.
And I'm probably being redundant, but how do you define social justice in 2020?
Social justice in 2020 is when people are not judged and aren't penalized by the labels that we put on them. When all of our community members are treated equally, that hiring practices are fair. When you look at the outcomes, the numbers speak for themselves. When you look at the outcomes, when we get to the point where race, gender, and sexual orientation no longer produce differences in the outcomes, whether it's employment, healthcare, incarceration, when that playing field is even, then we'll know that we've achieved social justice.
The children.
Yes.
Lavanda Brown, thank you so much for your time. And again, welcome back to Quintin's Close Ups and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yes.
Welcome back. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.